Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Trailhead Ranger NJ. And in this series of preparation of OmniStudio Developer Certification, today we will be targeting this module, that is OmniStudio Data Tools and Internal Data. So we will be talking about that how we are displaying internal data using DataRaptors and Integration Procedure. So mostly we have already covered while discussing the DataRaptors and Integration Procedures. If there is something new, I'll let you know. Otherwise, we'll directly focus on the quiz in this module. So let's get started with the first first unit, that is extract data from Salesforce object. So as the name suggests that we are extracting data from Salesforce objects. So if we talk about data raptors, we can use that. For a single object we can use data raptor turbo, and for multiple we can use data raptor extract. So in data raptor extract we can use relationship queries as well. If you remember, in our first tab of data raptor, that is extract, we can add relationship as well. That is, if we want to extract the related data of that object, you can see that we are selecting account as an object. Then in account we are filtering its id based on the account id, which we will be getting it from OmniScript. So in output we can select the JSON path, that is which field we want to map to which field or which path, and related field we can extract it in this manner, that is primary contact id underscore underscore r dot email, that is primary contact's email will be extracted related to that account. So that's about the relationship queries. And in preview tab, as we discussed, that we can preview our JSON output by giving in the input parameter. And now if they saying get data from a parent standard object with an integration procedure. So yes, that also we can do that. We If you remember, in the unit of integration procedure we discussed that we can implement the data raptor which we have just created. So using that we can do it, and there also we can debug it and preview our outputs. So let's come to the quiz. First question is, in a data raptor, what is the purpose of adding a relationship query? First option is to pull any field of the related standard object. Yes. Second is to create a JSON node. No. Third is to pull data from an external source. No. Fourth is to test the input of the data raptor. No. So first option is the correct one. Second question is, in an integration procedure, what is the purpose of debug log? First option is it links a data raptor to the integration procedure. No. Second option is it sends data from integration procedure to OmniStudio component that called it. No. Third option is it identifies issues with the output and input for each element in the integration procedure. Yes. Fourth option is it links an OmniScript to the integration procedure. No. So these should be the correct answer. Let's check. So yes, we have completed this unit. Let's move on to the next one. That is build a data raptor extract for our type ahead block. So in our data raptor unit, and as well as in our component where we discussed the input element, we discussed about type ahead block and how it works. So let's move on directly to the quiz. First question is, if we want to limit the results of your query to 20 records, which filter do you use? So it's similar to SOQL, if we say. So we can say that third one is the correct answer, that is limit 20. Second question is, which two input parameters link a type ahead block with a data raptor? So its answer is data source and filter value, I suppose. Let's check. That's the correct answer. Let's move on to the next unit, that is prepare OmniScript JSON with the different conditional inputs. So in branching we discussed that if we are giving different or if we are selecting different options, that we are moving on to the different steps of OmniScripts. So in respect to JSON, how we are doing that, I'll show you. So if you remember, we talked about the example that if we want to update the primary contact, if we want to create a new primary contact, and there was a third option as well. So in that we are giving it a parameter such as change, update, or new. So using that value we are identifying it in our further. Yeah, so you can see that radio pre-contact and its value is update. So it focused on that it is coming from the first option or second option or the third option, based on which we have selected and what value we have given it to its radio group value. So in similar, you can say that you can see that its value is changed. So that is, we have selected the option change the primary contact, and create one we have selected the last option, that is create a new primary contacts. So that's how we are identifying, and we are giving different conditional inputs. So let's come to the quiz. First question is, you need a data raptor load that saves data for each branch of an omniscript. Yes. Second question is, to build the data raptor loads, you don't need to step through all the branches in the OmniScript to populate the JSON. To build the data raptor loads, uh, yes, I think its correct answer should be false. Let's check. Yeah, so it's the correct one. Let's move on to the next unit. Our unit is build an integration procedure with conditional data raptor loads. So we just talked about conditional inputs, that is which we are identifying based on the radio values, and now it will move on to the conditional data raptor. So suppose if we are selecting that is update or the change one, then or if we are selecting a create one, then we need to focusing on the different data raptors based on the options we have selected. So that also we are identifying given in this execution conditional formula in the integration procedure where we are linking our data raptor. So in this update one we will give its value as this, that is, if we are selecting update option from the omniscript, then it should select this sorry, it should select this data raptor from the integration procedure. Similarly, in case of change and create as well, now create data raptor loads and add them to integration procedure. So that we have already talked about. Yeah, so let's talk. Let's come to the quiz. First question is, which integration procedure action property determines when an action executes? So its first option, that is execution conditional formula. Based on this, we will check which action has been executed. Second question is, which rules do you have to follow when using a data raptor load to create a new record? First is, do not create a new record when one already exists. Second is, include all the required fields for that record type in your data raptor. Yes. Third is, never create a new record after midnight. So that's absurd. Let's say first and second are correct option. Let's check. So we are done with this unit as well. Let's move on to the last one of this module, that is combine internal data for flex cards. So we have already talked about that how we are displaying data on the flex card using integration procedure, and there are some other data sources as well. That is, if we want to use data sources streaming API, we should use this to automatic updates when data changes, and SOSL we should use when there is a text field searches across Salesforce objects, such as you can say type ahead block, and sample data source should be used for display or testing of static data. And in case of if you want to build multiple nodes in JSON output, so if you are familiar that this is how JSON looks. So It is displaying data of one node. You can say see here that is contact is the main node, and it is displaying data for that one particular node. But if we want to have multiple node, it will display in this manner only. Let's come to the quiz. First question is, which data source is best for pushing automatic updates to a flex card when data changes? So first option is the correct one, as we just discussed, streaming API. Second question is, how do you recognize a node in the JSON? There is a colon after the node name, there is a comma after the node name. The node name is on all caps and it is in all lowercase. So first option is the correct one. Let's check. So yeah, yes, we are done with this module, that is OmniStudio data tools and internal data in our series of OmniStudio developer certification preparation. So if you have question, please let me know in the comment section. And if you like the video, please like it, subscribe the channel, and stay tuned. In our next video, we will be doing this module, that is OmniStudio data tools and external data. Thank you.